Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny and today I have a mini haul and a try-on for you. I recently made a ColourPop order and I also went to the dollar store today and I bought some LA Color things. I have not tried a whole lot from LA Colors, and since they're so affordable I thought, why not grab a few while I'm there? So I wanted to kind of combine them since I have a handful of both. I thought that it would be nice just to be able to try them both out at the same time since I have a little bit of everything. So that's why I don't have any makeup on right now, because I actually have a primer that I want to try out. Excuse me. So without further ado, let's start the haul. To start the haul, I'm going to start with LA Colors, and the first thing I have is this nice little brow kit. For me, I have cooler toned hair, and so most pencils and powders and things like that run on the warm side, so it's kind of tough for me to find cooler toned things to match my hair. Affordable wise anyway. I know there's some high-end products, but like I like to try the cheaper stuff first. And these colors looked relatively cool toned, so I thought that I would give them a try. Ooh, they're very soft. They feel like eyeshadows. These are just the first two shades. That one looks promising. I also thought that this nice little pair of tweezers would be good just to carry around in my purse, just if I need to pluck my eyebrows or get a splinter out. I don't know. The next product I have is the Browie Wowie pencil from LA Colors. It's basically kind of like the Anastasia brow definer, where it has the spoolie on one end, and then on the other end it has that more triangular shaped tip. So it's going to be more filling than like the super fine point Brow Wiz or the NYX micro pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that one now. Kind of warm. We'll try the pencil, and then if it's still too warm I'll go in with one of those cooler tone brow powders. Maybe that'll cool it down if it's too warm. Next up I have the Matte Liquid Lip Color by LA Colors. This was the only nude that they had in the store, so I wanted to go ahead and try it. I'm always up for trying liquid lipsticks, but liquid lipsticks aren't my favorite. Don't know what that's about. Ooh, that's pretty. It looks a little patchy, but we'll see. And finally from LA Colors, I got the LA Color Contour Kit. If I could get it open. No, really. It's about time I got it open. So it comes with, it appears that all of the powders are matte except this one has a sheen to it. Ooh, these are soft. I'll go ahead and swatch this dark one too. Ooh, that's really pretty. These seem promising. I'm excited to use those. Now we're going to move on to ColourPop, and the first couple items I got were single shadows, and I got this one in Ringer. It looks so pretty. I can't wait to swatch these. I got Let Me Explain, which is also another shimmer. And then I got a matte, which is top notch, just like a nice warm brown. So I'm not going to use these today, so I'll go ahead and swatch these for you. So we have Ringer. Oh my gosh. Yes, this color is beautiful. We have Let Me Explain. You guys, these colors. And then Top Notch. Yeah, these are beautiful and I can't wait to use these. Next from ColourPop is super exciting. I was able to get my hands on the Yes Please palette. Ah, look at this baby. Isn't it pretty? As you can see, these pans are a lot smaller than the full-size, like regular single shadows from ColourPop. This palette itself is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. And once again, why does everything have white packaging these days? Why? I hate white packaging. I'm so dirty. I'm gonna get this filthy. Especially with these bright colors down here. This is gonna be a mess. Anyways. Look what I did. I dug my nail in it. And look, I already got it dirty, like I just said. I'm a mess. I'm not going to swatch these right now. I'm going to actually do like a first impression of this palette. So I'll wait until the next part of this video for that. Moving right along, I got the Rose Quartz Liquid Highlight. First, let's talk about this box. Look at the box. Look at the reflection in the box. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to say box? But look how pretty. It shows the crystal down the side. So here is what it looks like. It has that same beautiful iridescence as the front. Oh, and I forgot to mention the crystal collection. Whatever the stone is, it's supposed to have that stone kind of infused into it. So that's kind of neat. So I'll go ahead and swatch this. Even though I'm going to try it out, I'm still really curious and I want to swatch it. Oh. Okay, so it's real liquidy, as you can see. I don't know about that. It almost looks too dark for my skin. Maybe not. It's really pretty though. Has that nice pink reflect in it. That's why I got it. I didn't get it for the crystal-y reasons. I got it because I thought it would be most flattering on my skin tone. Oh, and the crystal collection is technically limited edition, but we'll see how limited edition it is. Oh, that's cute. It has a little saying right here. Rose quartz. This stone of the heart will attract love, keep love, and help mend a broken heart. How lovely. And the final ColourPop item I have is the Amethyst priming spray. Once again, the box is beautiful, but you know, it has the amethyst on it instead of the rose quartz. Oh, and both of these are glass, which is nice. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be, but the bottle's still pretty, and it also has that reflectiveness on it. It has a very, very light orange scent, but it's nothing at all overpowering or anything. It's actually really fresh and really nice. And then the little tab on this one says, Amethyst is a calming stone that promotes spiritual, emotional, and physical balance and peace. Sign me up. So now that I've got the little mini haul out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and start the look. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going to prime my face with the ColourPop priming spray. Let's see how that feels on the skin. Smells like cucumbers. That's what it smells like. Not oranges. Those smell nothing alike. Why would I say oranges? Smells nice though. Smells very fresh. It's taking a minute to dry, but it doesn't feel tacky once it starts to dry. So that's nice. So after I primed my face, I went ahead and put on my foundation and concealer, which was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation and the NYX HD Concealer. And then blended it out with my Sigma F80 foundation brush. That's what that is. And my Eco Tools blending brush. It's interesting with that primer mist on. My skin looks a lot dewier than normal. Which is interesting since they claim that it's a mattifying primer mist. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I'm not gonna bake. I want to try to use some of these setting powders in the contour kit. If I can get it open again. Seriously. This is the hardest powder compact I've ever had to open. Just a heads up. So I'm going to take my Luxie tapered highlighting brush and I'm going to mix it in this light shade. I'm just going to mix it in these light shades here. And pat it under the eyes. Not looking too shabby. Nothing feels tacky anymore, so that's good, but I'm going to take a little bit more of this lighter shade, mixed with the pink shade, and put that on the lids a little more, just to set that concealer. I'm going to take a tiny bit of this liquid highlight, and I'm going to pounce that on the top of my cheekbones. Thankfully I didn't get any powder there, I completely forgot about this. I don't use liquid highlighter all that much. Dab it on the top of the cheekbones. I'm going to take the flat side, just kind of blend that in. Oh, that's really pretty. Huh. Not that I thought it would be ugly, but I was intrigued, honestly. I don't really understand the point of a liquid highlighter because where I'm oily, I don't like to add anything into my foundation because I don't like to emphasize any oiliness or anything. I'm gonna end up powdering my face anyway, making it absolutely pointless for a liquid highlight. That's pretty though. This is just like an extra step, but the rose quartz part really intrigued me. And these were super cheap too. The setting spray I think was, actually I think they were both $6. I'll have everything that I've mentioned here. If I can find the LA colors, I will have it linked below, but I will have all of the ColourPop link below and anything else that I use. It might be where I powdered before I put this down, but it's right in here. It's starting to break up my foundation. So I'll try this again. I'll have how everything wears throughout the day in the description bar, so I'll let you know how all this works out. I'll try it out a couple more times after this too. I'll wear them to work, I'll see how this all plays out, and I'll let you guys know in the description. So now that I have that down, I'm going to go ahead and powder my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. It doesn't feel tacky. I don't know, it feels a little tacky. Maybe I'm just not good with liquid highlighter. You can still see it, so that's always a plus. It does hide the fact that it's taken off a little bit of that. Maybe it'll wear nicer when I'm not stupid and powder my concealer first. Now I'm going to move back into the contour palette. I think I'm going to try and use this one. They don't have names, but I'm going to try to use this one as a bronzer. These are extremely powdery. I'm scared. What if it's too dark? I'm scared. Not terrible. It blends nicely. I think the color might be a little too warm for my liking, but it's not bad. But I'm going to go into this shade as contour. With that bronzer color, I honestly can't tell if this is doing anything, so it's doing a little bit maybe. So maybe next time I won't try to do that bronzer color. I don't have a new blush, so I'm just going to go in with the Dirty Little Secrets blush in Kitty Pink. It looks like a lot of blush, but I promise my face will absorb it and eat it in 5 seconds. So now, just to pop on a little bit of highlighter, just to test it out on top, I'm going to take this highlighting shade with my Real Techniques setting brush. Ooh! That is very nice. Overall, this is a really nice little palette. It was only $6 too, so if you're in the market for a contour palette, you're new to makeup, you don't know what to do, this would be a really good place to start. Now I'm going to move into the brows with this brow pencil. First, let me just spoolie them into place. This is a decent spoolie. It's nothing revolutionary, but I mean it's a spoolie that gets the job done. Let's see what this pencil looks like. I'm kind of nervous. I've never used like one of these triangle shaped ends before. Don't really know how to do it. Gotta get my mirror up close and personal here. I'm thinking it's gonna be too warm. They have a darker shade, but then I was afraid that tone would be okay, but then it would be too dark. Do you feel my struggle in the brow department? So I'm gonna finish filling in with this, and then I am gonna go in with one of the powders and see how that works out. Probably gonna have like Sharpie brows by the end of it, but makeup is trial and error. I will figure it out someday. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the shape. I feel like it's taking me longer to do my brows than it would normally with my little pencil or my powders. So I'm not crazy about this shape. Maybe my brows aren't thick enough. Yeah, I don't know about this pencil. Probably have to practice some more with it. I'm just going to take this Ego Tools angled brush. I'm going to go into this lighter. No, let's go in the medium shade first. I'm just going to like kind of run it through. Try and cool the brow down a bit. So my brows ended up a lot darker than I wanted them, but that's okay. First impression, I'm not a gigantic fan of the brow pencil, and the brow powders seem a little thin and not as pigmented, but I will try them both on their own outside of this video, and I will let you know what I think about them. So I went ahead and tight lined with the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Eyeliner. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the original one. I'm just going to put a little bit on since I've already concealed and stuff. I just want the shadows to stick to something a little more. Especially since I'm thinking about doing a bold look. Since these colors are pretty out there for the most part with the bright reds and yellows and such. To set down the primer, I'm going to go into the first shade, which is Full Zip. Oh, forgot to mention, Full Zip and Note to Self are permanent shadows that you can get in singles. Everything else is exclusive to this palette. So I'm going to take Full Zip and just set the primer down with that. Kind of give it a light base. So these colors make me think of sunsets. So I'm going to kind of do a sunset-y kind of look. Sunset-y a word? It is now. I'm going to kind of put the dark reds and oranges in the crease and the inner and outer corner, and then I'm going to have the gold in the center, kind of like the sun. Fluffy brush. I'm going to take, this is so difficult, Champs. And I'm going to put this all in the crease all the way in. This is just going to kind of be a base for the other colors we're going to use. I'm just going to kind of dust it all over the lid too, just to kind of tone down the whiteness of that shadow. It's a pretty pigmented cream shadow, to be perfectly honest. Now I'm going to take this yellow. No, I'm not. I'm going to take this orange, which is Big Cocktails, and I'm just going to do the same exact thing. From now on, I'm going to just take the color on the inner and outer corners. For the inner portions, for the inner portions of my eyes, I'm going to actually take this little brush just to kind of get the color where I need it to. That big brush just wasn't cutting it. I'm going to take my Sedona lace brush and just kind of blend the edges out. I'm going to go in with that orange one more time, and with my eyes open, I'm just going to kind of map out where I need the color to be. Since my eyes are hooded, I want to be able to see the color outside of the actual crease, so I have to take it up onto the actual hood of my eye. It's a good trick for hooded-eyed people. Fun fact. So now I'm going to go into this warm orange color, which is GNO, and I'm going to I'm doing the same exact thing with every step. I want to try to use as many of these colors as possible. I mean, I guess this look that I'm going for is technically a halo eye, right? I don't know. I'm not a professional, I'm just a makeup enthusiast. Now, going in with the little brush, I'm gonna go in with the dark red shade, which is Spoiled. I kind of want this to be more concentrated in the crease and in the corners. Now I'm going to first lay down this more orangey gold with a flat synthetic brush, which is the shade Chauffeur, right just in the center. This shade's not as impressive as I was hoping. Hopefully the other yellow will be better. Going into the other yellow shade, which is Butter Cake. It's more of a true gold. I'm gonna just pop that on top. They're pretty, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. Taking that little brush again, I'm gonna take this medium brown or medium orange, and I'm gonna kind of just blend the edges. And then go back in with just the lighter shade. And then just pat it right in the center. And I just used my finger to diffuse the edges. I'm gonna take that It Cosmetics eyeliner and I'm just gonna tightline real quick. And there is fallout, which I assumed there would be. Dust away pretty easily. Going on to the lower lash line now, I'm gonna start with that peachy color and mixing it with that lighter orange. Take it on the entire lower lash line. That medium orange. Gonna take it on the bottom too. And now I'm gonna need to start leaving space because I'm gonna take that gold and put it on the bottom too. Told you this look was gonna be intense. Hopefully that nude matte lipstick from LA Colors is gonna complement it because that's what we're wearing. Now taking a flat definer, I'm gonna go into that red. I'm going to put that on the inner and outer. Now taking that flat synthetic brush again, just gonna try to pop that right there. Even if it's just a little bit, I just want to give it a little bit of a glow on the underline on the bottom lash line. I am going to take the synthetic brush and put it into that light gold shade. And then I'm gonna take that primer water, just lightly spritz it, and see if that does anything. Oh yeah, look at that. I love the way this smells. I love that cucumbery smell. Yeah, this looks, oh no. I got it on my underlay. Okay. Holy moly, look how bright that is. It really does look like the freaking sun. So I'm not gonna do a wing, but I am gonna go in with liner. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Wish me luck. Okay, before I do anything else to screw this up like I did with liner, I'm gonna go in with lashes and hope for the best. So now I have mascara and lashes on, and I think it really pulls the look together. The liner doesn't look nearly as bad now. But I think these shadows performed really well. The mattes really blended very nicely and they look really nice. The shimmers are fine. The few that I tried are fine. But they do work better if you use if you use a setting spray or a primer spray or just water, something to intensify them a little bit. I really like how this look turned out. I think it's really nice. I don't usually do looks like this, so I'm surprised that I was able to pull it off. So the last thing we're going to do is apply this matte liquid lipstick. I don't like liquid lipsticks all that much, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, so let's just find out. Very nude, very thin formula. It's not really a color I would go for. It's a little too nude. Maybe paired with a different eye where this is more of a pinky tone nude. This is getting sticky. Very matte though. I overline a little bit, as you can tell. Does give you butthole look. That's for sure. Overall, I think there were more hits than there were misses in this batch, but I'm not gonna know until I wear them long term. So I will wear them all for about maybe the next few days, maybe the next week, and then I will let you know in the description how the palette works out, how the lip wears, how the highlighter works, the primer spray. I'll let you know how everything works. Also, if you would like a full review and a different, maybe more wearable look with this palette, please let me know. I will Leave a little poll up in the cards if you want to check that out, or just let me know in the comments. Whatever is more convenient for you, but if you want a different look or more in-depth with this palette, please let me know, and I will gladly do that for you. So that wraps up this video. I hope you liked this look. I hope you liked this type of video. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!